Hare Krishna. So Krishna is helping us out to live a very healthy life and is describing different types of foodstuffs. Till now he has described mode of goodness and mode of passion foodstuffs. That is Sattvika Ahara, Rajasika Ahara. Now Krishna is helping us to understand what is Tamasika Ahara, the foodstuffs in the mode of ignorance. Text 10. Yatayamam gata rasam puti paryushritam chayat uchishtam apicha medyam bhojanam tamasapriyam. So here it is given yata yamam, the food, the ahara that is prepared more than 3 hours before being eaten. So the food is cooked and left for more than 3 hours. That comes in the mode of ignorance. And then gatarasam, the food that is tasteless. Puti, the food that is decomposed. Paryushritam, the food that is putrid. And then, so puti is bad smell and paryushritam is decomposed and putrid. And then uchishtam is the food that has got remnants, food remnants of someone else has eaten that. And then untouchable things, that is amedyam, that is untouchable things. So when such things are there, it is said such bhojanam, such food, tamasa priyam. The people who are in mode of ignorance, they will like such food. Now, it's a very important thing to understand what are these different foodstuffs so that we can avoid them. So here it is said the food that is prepared more than 3 hours before being eaten. So basically that means the food is cooked and just left for a long time. And when such a food is eaten, that will affect the person in various ways. So say the food is just left, it becomes cold and it might get decomposed also if it is left for a long time, bad smell might start coming. So such foodstuffs should be avoided. But if the food after cooking is offered to the Lord and that is left for a long time, that will not get spoiled, or basically that will not get into mode of ignorance. Because as soon as it is offered to Krishna, that particular foodstuff become prasad or spiritualized transcendental foodstuff. So that will not be categorized in the mode of ignorance. That's how there are many dry food which is prepared, like various fried items, various sweets. When they are offered to the Lord, even after 1 month if we have that, that is transcendental only. Anytime we have it, it will be transcendental, it will be spiritual. It will not be in mode of ignorance. Now here it is said the food that is tasteless. That basically means the food that does not have natural taste in itself. Like for example, various vegetables. You eat any vegetable, it will have its natural taste. It will not be tasteless. But then when it comes to meat, now any meat for that matter, the animal meat, the chicken and then the fish or whatever, when it is just had like that, the people who eat it, they will tell that how tasteless it is. And it is so tasteless that so much of spices have to be added, so much of masala should be added to make it palatable. This itself says that how tasteless it is. And forget about the tastelessness. But then now people say, oh no, it gives a lot of protein, a lot of vitamins and this and that. Yes, it gives the protein and vitamin of sin. And when someone has it, when that such protein and vitamin increases in the body, they will reach a very wonderful destination called HELL, that is hell. So this is a very, very important point to note that it might be cool, it might be trendy, it might be fashion to eat non-veg. Even in the advertisement they show, right? Some non-veg piece falls and it's crispy and it breaks into pieces and this and that. If we eat that, we'll also be thrown like that and then we'll also break into pieces in the hellish planet. And the people who are there around giving us punishment, they will laugh and they will enjoy. Now someone might say, no, this is how can we talk about food stuff? People are eating whatever it is. we cannot challenge what is given in the Vedic scriptures. It is clearly said that meat, eggs, fish, all of that comes into the category of non-vegetarian food, and such food is categorized in the mode of ignorance, and anyone who has such a food is getting into that boundary or that particular category of sinful people, and they have to suffer for the same. Many times people say, no, eggs are vegetarian. I don't know who said this. Where is it given? No, they are like, that egg will not hatch, chick will not come out of it. Whatever it is, what is an egg? Egg is the menstrual fluid of the hen. Now, where is the question of eating someone else's menstrual fluid? That's so horrible. So, these are different things that we need to understand. So, when we follow the Vedic scriptures, it is clearly given. Krishna is telling this. In 9th chapter, he made it very clear to us. Patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam. This is what you need to offer to me, I'll accept. And the one which I give, that is prasad, you all can accept. You all can honor. So, patram, pushpam, phalam, toyam. Patram, leaf, pushpam, flower, phalam, fruit, toyam, water. And here, in this particular chapter, in the 8th shloka we saw, he's saying fatty, juicy, wholesome food. That is the grains and the pulses and the vegetables and the fruits and the milk, etc. So when all these foodstuffs, which are there, when we take that, we will live a very nice, healthy, satisfied life. Why? Because that is given in the life manual. If we follow the life manual, life will be very easy, simple and satisfying. Very nourishing. Very, very nourishing. Here it is said decomposed and putrid. That which smells, very dirty and things like that. Like for example, alcohol. So, people who drink alcohol for the first time, they'll be like, and then they'll somehow gulp that. And then addiction. After that, they will drink that also, and then side, you need to eat something with that and whatnot. So in this way, we understand that these different foodstuffs which are there, they come in the category of mode of ignorance foodstuffs. Remnants, here it is given remnants. Now say some other person has eaten and left it. So now we don't know what cleanliness the person maintains, what hygiene the person is maintaining. So that particular foodstuff which is eaten by someone else should be avoided. But is a catch here. What is the catch? But when we offer it to Krishna, that is also remnants. We call it as prasad. So, can we take or not? Yes, we can. Because the great spiritual personality has accepted the food. And that has become prasad. That is not untouchable food, no, it's prasad. And similarly, when Krishna's pure devotees, elevated souls who have advanced in bhakti, have reached certain platform in bhakti, when they accept some food and when their remnants are given, that is called as Maha Prasad. Yes? Just by eating that foodstuff of this great saintly people, which is honored by them and left over if we eat, it is described that the person who eats advances in devotional service. In spiritual life, there are 3 great strengths, Mahabal. It is said that Bhakta Padadhuli, the dust of the lotus feet of devotees, Bhakta Padajal, the water that has washed the feet of the devotee, and Bhakta Uchishta, the remnants left over by the devotee. So these 3, if someone gets, it is said that Tini Mahabal, all these 3 are very, very great strength in devotional service. A person advances very, very quickly. Narada Muni, in his previous life when he was the son of a maid servant, to his house, many pure devotees came, Bhakti Vedantas, and they very mercifully gave the remnant from their plate to Narada Muni, and Narada Muni ate that, and now he is Narada Muni. So in this way we understand that remnants of the Lord and his pure devotees, they are not in the category of untouchable foodstuffs, which we are talking about here. So when we eat the foodstuffs which are described here in the mode of ignorance, what happens? We will get into that category. Many times people ask, why no onion, garlic? No, it's very clear. You smell the onion, you smell the garlic, it is so horrible. Obviously, it will have some medicinal value. But medicines we don't take, plate bharke, right? So medicines are taken as medicines. But then, when it comes to these foodstuffs, onion and garlic and mushrooms, even mushrooms are grown in dark. So, when we understand about these foodstuffs, we'll understand, okay, it will have medicinal value, but then, more than that, I want to advance spiritually. If someone does not want to advance spiritually, no problem. They can eat whatever they want. But the ones who are sincerely aspiring, no, I want to advance in spiritual life, in bhakti, I want to raise my consciousness to the next platform. Such people should make sure that they avoid such foodstuffs. They avoid the non-vegetarian foodstuffs, onion, garlic, alcohol, yes, all these different mushrooms. So all these different foodstuffs should be avoided. Why? Because such food we cannot offer to Krishna. Krishna will never accept. He's very clear, you need to offer these things to me in Bhagavad Gita. So only those foodstuffs which are sattvika can be offered to Krishna. And when Krishna accepts that, that becomes prasad. And when we honor prasad, we will be nourished from all angles. We will get a lot of sukriti, spiritual credits, and we'll be able to advance like anything in devotional service. So it is said here, therefore to make food antiseptic, eatable and palatable for all persons, one should offer food to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Shri Krishna. How amazing! How amazing this Bhagavad Gita is. It is giving us the most basic thing in life. So it is called as life manual. It is talking about what to eat. Which other book can be more practical than this? All those people who are deprived of the association of Bhagavad Gita are very, very unfortunate. We all are extremely fortunate. We have got the opportunity to explore such a wonderful life manual, which is a magical book. Anyone who follows experiences the magic. So let's continue such a wonderful discussion. We will see now different sacrifices performed in the three modes of material nature in our future videos. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.